Hi, Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about how to use bowling tape. That's fairly easy. Now, I want to address this video to you bowlers who bowl a lot. You're pretty experienced in the game. You may be not highly experienced, but certainly not beginners, and you're learning and you want to get better and you want more information. And I think, of course, everyone's willing to listen to this and watch the video, but an intermediate range of experience level is what this is intended for. Now, bowling tape. It's a great accessory choice to keep in your bag for those times when your bowling fingers and your thumb might shrink or expand during your session on the lanes. Now, using bowling tape simply means you just simply insert a piece of tape, pre-cut tape preferably, into your thumb hole as example. You want to make sure it goes down the hole perhaps 1/8 of an inch or so below the surface of the ball. You want that rounded edge of that pre-cut tape that you can purchase right here at bowlingball.com, by the way, very inexpensively. No shipping charges. That's important. Now, the tape can be inserted. You could use a pair of scissors or a small knife blade. Carry that in your accessory pouch. You shouldn't be without some kind of device to put on the tape so you can insert it down into the hole. You might want to curve or cut the contour of the tape to fit the contour of the hole. Slide it down in there. Get it below the top so it doesn't peel over the edge and fray up or hang on to your thumb and not cause a good release. The tape should be inserted slightly below that, so you slightly below the top of the hole, so you never hang up on it when you release the ball. That's really the important thing. Now, it's recommended to place the tape where the flat part of your thumb exists if you want to enhance the gripping action, or right behind the thumb hole to take up space but not change the feel that you get on the pad of your thumb on the bowling ball. And both locations will eliminate that loose feeling by inserting a piece of tape either in the pad or behind the thumb hole. Now, it's recommended to use a textured tape where your thumb grips the ball if you want to improve gripping action. But if you want to get out more quickly, you want a smooth surface, so a smooth textured piece of tape would probably be best for you. And you have to do some experimentation. You want to make sure if you are prone to have some skin irritation on the back of your thumb, then that smoother tape is going to help you, and it will also help that thumb exit the ball quickly and on time. Now, using a smooth surface tape is a common practice. Multiple pieces of tape is a common practice, and you can layer them. If the hole's very loose, when you start out your session, it's a cold climate, your thumb's down 2 or 3 sizes, you put a piece of tape in and layer one more on it, perhaps 2. And you just have to experiment until you get the right feel in the ball. You can always remove a piece of tape as your thumb expands. The common practice is one on top of the other, and some pieces of tape are manufactured with greater thicknesses than others, so you want to be aware of that, and that obviously would require fewer pieces of tape in a very loose hole. To state the obvious, removing a piece of tape when your hand expands from the friction created by bowling will help you release the ball cleanly and on time. So don't be lazy and wait for you to hang up and come over the top of a ball or not get a clean release because you haven't removed a piece of tape. Now, in the case with, we've talked about the thumb hole, in the case where balls are drilled as fingertip grips, use of bowling tape may be inserted into holes as a space filler, as well as using them in a thumb hole, but you may have to cut the tape down slightly because typically in a fingertip grip where it only goes down to the pads of first joint of your fingers, obviously you don't need as long a piece of tape, so you want to cut it down, contour it, slip it into the hole, and it'll work just fine. Another common practice is to make sure too that that tape sits about 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch below the top of the hole so it won't fray. And we want to make sure though that you get used to doing that, so you want to practice a little bit, get your ball taped and fit snugly or the way you like it to feel before you go to bowl. It's very careful to get the same beginning feeling every time you go out on the lanes for every session on the lanes. And as we said earlier, some experimentation will help you to learn precisely where to place the piece of bowling tape in your finger and thumb holes so it works best for you. Cleaning the hole, by the way, can be, when preparing to replace old tape with new pieces, can be done simply with any ball cleaner. Those little 4-ounce squeeze bottles you can buy here at our site. Carry those with you because you want to clean the oil and clean the dirt off your ball anyway. When you're done, well, it'll help clean the hole out before you put another piece of tape in. Now, we hope some of these tips help you on how to use bowling tape, and we want you to take some time while you're here visiting today and look around and look at all the wonderful accessory products we offer. And if you find something you'd like to purchase, just follow the simple and easy to order online instructions. Remember, our store is always open, and we thank you for visiting bowlingball.com.